Hello, Team DLZ and everybody out there in the land of the unfree America. My name is ChilleDeCastro. Today's April 14th, 2024. I have been incarcerated in the Clark County Detention Center unjustly and unwarranted. Even for a first-time offense, they put me in jail for 6 months. And this is my daily report. I'm going to give a little bit of information about myself and try to talk about some relevant topics for you as well. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my voice and my attitude and my temperament up. There are some days that are good and some days that are hard. Today was one of those days that was just hard. It was just difficult. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but the first one and the foremost one is that I have not had a probiotic in a month. And there's a lot of studies going on right now that you guys can read about that your stomach is your second brain. That if you don't balance your probiotics and prebiotics, it can affect your mood for the next day. I have not had a probiotic or prebiotic in a month. So I know that I'm going to go through some things and that my brain is going to be affected in certain ways. But that's not the worst of it, to be honest with you. The food in here is just a grade above dog food or just at dog food. And I've talked a little bit about this, but the last few days have been really, really low quality food. And so if you guys have ever seen the movie Blazing Saddles, there's an old movie that it used to be hilarious. I don't know if the new generation would find it funny, but it's pretty funny. If you're a Gen Xer or older, it's hilarious. And there's a scene in Blazing Saddles where they're sitting around a campfire and all these cowboys are camping out and they're all farting. It's whack, 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 whack. You can just hear them cracking like ducks. Well, the past couple days, the food has been so atrocious, so low grade. Beans and hot dogs and powdered milk. They don't even give you real milk, it's powdered milk. So this room of 70 people, 60, 70 people, however many men are in here, literally I read through the night. I read constantly. I'm reading Essays in Understanding Humanity, John Locke, A Letter on Tolerance by John Locke, Two Treaties of Government by John Locke. I'm reading Atlas Shrugged, and so I just read constantly now. I read constantly and I write constantly. And last night, throughout the night, because I was awake, it was just like every 4 or 5 seconds, you would just hear some dude blasting. It's the worst. You're walking through clouds of awful, horrible smell. And what I don't understand is Nevada is one of these states that makes you work when you're in jail. You have to do labor. You have to do 8 hours of labor. I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm sure that it's coming. I don't understand why they can't get a better quality of food. The food is so low quality. The meat is always breaded or mixed with some uncooked rice or some overcooked noodles. It's not seasoned. It's just absolutely atrocious. And I just want you guys to understand. I don't know why today's been a hard day emotionally, spiritually. It's been tough for me today. I've been fighting through it. I know I got to fight through it, and I know that I'm here at least till July 10th on the appeal. I don't know if that judge is going to grant the appeal. Release date's August 4th. I can get some good time in June and July and probably get that to the middle of July. But I don't know. At any minute they could come in here and torture cuff me and take me to the hole and say, 60 more days before you can try to get good time. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know the food is really bad, and that if you're going to change somebody, you have to at least give them probiotics and prebiotics so their brain works okay, and I have not gotten any of those things. So, sorry for just sitting here and woe is this experience. But, and then the second thing that I want to talk about with you guys is please make sure that you don't end up in jail. Make sure that you plead the Fifth Amendment when you get pulled over. Use your cop card, use your trifold, or just use your own words. You don't have to have the cop card or the trifold. You just have to say, I plead the Fifth Amendment as you are filming. Don't end up in jail because you talked. Don't do it. Please don't do it. There's a guy in here who's in jail. He called the cops. Called the cops to him. You want to know why? It doesn't matter. He called the cops arrested him, and now he's in jail. You just always want to plead the Fifth Amendment, now and forever. And there's some things I got going on when I get out of here that are going to make it so much easier for you, so that even if you do go to jail, you've got someone backing you. It's really cool, the things that are going on. I'm sorry that it's on hold. Every day I think to myself, if I had pled the Fifth Amendment in court, if I had not talked in court, if I had just kept my mouth shut the whole time through court. You can't scream in the face of power and not think you're going to get blasted. And I did that. And I kick myself every day. Every day. There's not one day I don't shake my head and go, God, why did you do that, man? Why'd you do that? You think you say it about me. Poof. You couldn't even imagine how many times a day I kick myself and go, why'd you talk? Why'd you say anything? Why'd you say anything? It's almost like there's another me standing outside of me saying, why did you talk in court? Why did you say anything to the bailiff? Why did you say anything to the judge? You should have not given any gestures. You should have said nothing. And I go through it every single day. And here's the thing. The guy at the bed next to me, he's talking to someone every day. I have no clue who it is, but he's having a full-on conversation every single day. There's 3 of them in here. 3 of them who are completely, utterly mad. Mad. Beyond the comprehension of sanity. And every day they're having a conversation with someone who is not there. There's no mental health facilities in Nevada. And that's what has to happen. Change has got to happen, and it'll only happen at the legislative level. So when I get out of here, I will change my verbiage ever so slightly. I will be more of a politician so that I can become a politician, and I guarantee you, we don't stop. I'm not going to stop. I know today for me, man, a friend of mine sent me a couple $100, put it on my books, broke me down into tears. It was just so overwhelming that someone cares that they would. It's just so deep. It's so deep because it's not the pain. It's not the hatred. It's not the people gnashing their teeth at me. Those people don't affect me, dude. What does affect me is kindness and love and compassion and your letters. I got another 6 letters yesterday in the mail from people. You have to use the P.O. box. You can't use 330 South Casino. There's a P.O. box address. You can look it up already, but that's what gets me is your letters. Another 6 letters came in yesterday. Elizabeth, I got your letter. Casey, I got your letter. Brian, I got your letter. Not the Brian from Here's the Deal, another Brian. I got your letters. I read them. Thank you. Someone sent me a subscription to Epoch Times. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Apparently, you can send me a newspaper subscription. I would love the Las Vegas and the Las Vegas Sun. Apparently, I am allowed to get a newspaper subscription that you can send to me. I can't order it myself. I'm completely limited. But, and I got the Epoch Times. I read the whole thing. Whoever sent that to me, thank you. I've never read the Epoch Times. It was the first time I read it. But there was a lot of good information in there. And I was grateful. For the people who hate me, I don't give a shit. But the people who love me, man, you really affect me. You really hit me right in the heart. You do, man, because you're in this place. You haven't had a probiotic or a prebiotic, so your brain's all effed up. And then I get a letter that says, Chille, I know you don't know me, but I'm writing you from Nebraska, and I want to tell you that I love you and I support you. Love Brian. That was his entire letter. That was his whole letter that I got from Brian yesterday from Nebraska. That was the entire letter. Maybe I'm confusing. Was that from Nebraska or was that from... Oh, I can't remember. My brain's not working right today. I'm kind of in a fog. I have to be really careful what I say and do in here. I'm at the mercy of these people. They can hold me. They can cuff me. They can strip search me. They can make you turn around and spread your butt cheeks anytime they want. So I have to be very careful what I say, and I have to choose my words. This is the first step of learning how to be a politician, because if I do this wrong, I go to a real dungeon where you get no razor. You got to drink water out of a spout that barely drips out. Stainless steel toilet where there's no, on the back of it is your water on the same place where you take a dump. It's just, oof. One of my friends made a joke. If I was you, I'd just go climb the chain link fence. That's not how it works. There's not a chain link fence here. There's a triple, quadruple brick wall with 100 men with guns and tasers between you and getting out of here. So there's no. They do a count every 4 or 5 times a day. They announce it over the intercom. It's very, very strict here. Very strict. Today was worse than most days, but hopefully tomorrow the sun will come up in my heart and in my head. Maybe I'll get a letter from somebody, and I'll be like, you know what? Today's a better day than yesterday. Anyway, that's my daily report for April 14th, 2024. Please make sure you guys go by the website, get a trifold, get a cop card. Go to the website, get a trifold, get a cop card, send it to your friend, If you already have one, send it off. Oh, so I got the hoodies on sale right now. Hoodies are on sale for $50. I lowered them down. They cost me between $35 and $40, depending on if they're triple XL or they're double XL. So I got them on sale for $50. I'm just trying to get them out. You know, I just got to get them out of the warehouse because it's coming up on in the middle of April here. So if you live on the East Coast, Northeast, or if you live in the Midwest, Upper Midwest, you're always going to need a hoodie year round. So get a hoodie from me because this is the last batch. I'm not making another batch. It's not happening. I can't go to LA and source my hoodies. And as you guys know, I don't sell anything that's not the best quality. So if you want to get a hoodie, this will be the last batch. I don't know if we'll make this batch again, this particular design again, because I'm really going to take painstaking steps to make sure that all of my stuff is trademarked and copywritten from now on forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm going to be like this legal of all the products we make. So this one is copywritten. This one is trademarked. But get a hoodie right now. I put them down to 50. And so, yeah, it's just the last batch. So thank you guys.